You had a discussion about how much the business was worth.
He showed me a list of some of the works, and following the meeting, he gave me a ballpark figure of the value of the monthly turnover, and then we went out and actually worked a few of the customers that were due that day. So I went with him to see.
Very, very sensible thing to do. And you were satisfied that everything he represented to you was fair and accurate. Now, Matthew, you came up before you went to that meeting with Julian with a value of the book, the business.
I think we'd agreed around 7,000, or I thought of it being around 7,000 at the time.
£7,000.
Correct, yeah.
Now, this is terribly important. Before you go and sell your life's work, which is what it was at the time, how did you come up with the figure of £7,000?
Within the industry, it's pretty common that people sell it between any time 3 times the value per month or 4 times the value per month, and that's a standard amount.
Right, and you came up with £7,000.
Correct.
Very good. In fact, at first, you did get it in writing. Am I right?
Yes.
Let's have a look at the writing.
That one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Where do I find on that piece of paper that you were going to pay £7,000 for the totality of his business?
It doesn't say that on that piece of paper.
Do you have anything in writing saying that's what you were selling it for, Matthew?
I haven't got that with me now.
Well, you say you haven't got it with me. Did you leave it at home? Did a dog eat it?
I haven't got it now.
In other words, you didn't write it?
No.
Now, this was your business. You were going to sell it. You needed legal confidence.
Yeah.
In the event he didn't turn out to be who you'd hoped he was, that he wasn't a decent person that was going to pay you the value for the business, a man you'd met in a McDonald's once, albeit over a charming fast food coffee, you have nothing written down. Why not?
I guess, as we said before, it's not a tangible product. It's not as if it's like selling a car where I'm going to give him the keys.
It is a tangible product. It's your business.
Yeah, I guess if he wasn't going to pay the money, I had the relationship with the customers and could ultimately stop that relationship with given party.
Not without real difficulty. No leathery jazz hands for you, I'm afraid, today. Julian, you agree that the price was £7,000.
Yes.
Now, again, you too, I have to say, as a very experienced business person, particularly in this field, also should have said, look, to protect our interests, because you're the one that suffered here, should write this down. This is going to cost £7,000. It would have been no more than that. And we'd have no difficulty here today whatsoever, correct? Why didn't you decide to formalise this arrangement between yourself and Matthew?
Just working on the personal relationship that we had.
In other words, you trusted
Too trusting,
him.
yeah.
No, well, very trusting. You shook hands on it. Now, here's the thing. Ordinarily, that would be very problematic, and it would cause both of you legal problems. And more worrying for the both of you, me legal problems, understood? But something happened. Julian, you did honour that agreement by paying all of the money. And in fact, you've provided me today with evidence. They were paid in several instalments, right?
That's correct, yes.
Now, you accept that, Matthew. You accept that he paid the entirety of the fee minus £100. Why is it minus £100?
There was an early payment because he wanted a car and was going to have to get a loan, but as this money was pending...
He's telling the truth. He could get it for £100 cheaper if he paid you more quickly, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Splendid. Again, this is very important. There you are. You paid your money. Everybody should be very happy. Are you currently cleaning the windows of the people on Matthew's list?
No.
Why not, Julian? What happened?
Well, we got to the point where it was coming to the conclusion of the month we'd worked together. So I'm waiting for a list of customers.
That's the critical thing. What form, just pause, what form does that list come in, please, Matthew? How do you keep it?
Normally a spreadsheet.
Well, not normally, is it on computer?
A spreadsheet of works, detailing dates, last cleaned, have they paid, of that format.
It's on computer?
Correct, yeah.
Right, which could be emailed as part of the spreadsheet to Julian. But you appreciate and accept that that is the tangible assets of the business.
Ultimately, that is the product.
Not ultimately, yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the goodwill is, isn't it, ultimately?
Well, that's what you've got, a list of customers, correct?
Yeah.
You're not supplying him with, I don't know, Winderline and chamois leathers or whatever he uses. Right?
Correct.
True. So, you finished the month's work, you're waiting for the list to be emailed to you. When was the list emailed to you, please, Julian?
I can't remember the exact date.
Did it ever come?
I believe he did email...
Well, don't believe. People believe in all sorts of things. Fuzzy Wuzzy, Uncle Mooney, it doesn't help. Do you understand? I don't care what you believed in. I need to know what actually arrived on your email inbox.
He did email a list of works. But,
Do you remember doing that? And if so, what date?
It wasn't too much further than the last payment, so within the week, I believe, but I may be said otherwise, but I
Do
believe.
either of you have evidence of the email being sent or received?
I don't have a copy.
Thank you. This may be very important. You received that email. I'm grateful that you admit that. I have to be clear, that wasn't in your statement that you provided me with. In fact, the first time I've heard that you actually received that email is right now. For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.